Hey guys, so I kind of wanted to make a video that I was kind of surprised no one else has actually made yet, where basically I'm going to go over and show you the look of the Warlock stuff on Mythic Cahoon, because it's a little harder than it actually looks and sounds. You don't just run up and put a gateway down and run down. It's a little more particular than that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to actually do that properly, because it took me a few tries, took our guild a few tries to figure out the little things you have to do right in order to not cause any wipes due to your portals being in the wrong spot, or just flat out not working, or anything like that. But here we have a VOD of me doing it last week, and I'm going to show you guys how to do both the portals. So this one, you kind of stand right here, and you want to go as far as possible, right up to about where that plant is, and it's really important, one, that you don't step on the little ground here, because that will pull the boss, and two, that the trajectory of the portal is straight up like that. If it goes over like this and hits this little cyst here, it's really bad. If you go too far left and hit this cyst, it's really bad. You want it to be you want it to hug this wall without hitting this or going over this little ramp here, because the ramp can cause some LOS issues, which would make you unable to take the portal. And if you go over an actual cyst, when the root things spawn, this is only on Mythic, but when the root things spawn, they come from the cyst and go to another cyst or whatever. If they spawn right on the cyst as you portal over the cyst, you will still get rooted. It's not just when it's moving, it's actually when it spawns on top of it as well, which you cannot really predict. So you want the portals to be completely clear path, no cysts involved at all. So that's where you want that at, right there. Just erase my little kindergarten drawings here. So here, as the Warlock is putting the second portal down on pole, you're going to be taking this portal, running up here with Burning Rush. I personally also used Wall, because I was having some trouble surviving. Or I would get down and be low enough that one Torment Tick could kill me, so I used Wall here. You walk up, and you put your portal, your personal portal down. Where you put this personal portal doesn't really matter that much, as long as it's somewhere on the right side of this line. Ideally, within this range. Especially if, well, obviously, as a Warlock, you're probably going to be doing a second part of an orb run. You're going to be catching. Having a Warlock go and grab would be really silly, because the Warlock can stay down here and hit the boss until the other partner grabs the orb, and then they port up, and they can catch it, or over here, or whatever. So that's, I'll show you that later, but you want your portal somewhere in this little box. Doesn't really matter exactly where. Gotta erase my drawings again. Okay, and then you run up here, and you stop by this little mushroom right here, and you throw your portal from here straight over there. Again, avoiding this cyst, don't touch that cyst either. And one other thing you want to avoid is putting it actually inside the console, because if you put it right in the middle of the console, people will take the portal and be stuck inside the console and will be unable to actually do anything. So that's something we found out the hard way as well. They get stuck inside the console. They might be able to dunk the orb, but they can't get out, so they're kind of stuck there forever. So you want it straight from here, right to there. And yeah, right on the right side of that is perfect, because then they can get right there. Even if they're rooted at that point for whatever reason, or they're unable to move, they can still dunk it from there, and they're also close to jumping off. So that's a really good spot right there. Put it right from there to there. You could probably even go a little further back, like right about here. I just kind of went here to be safe, because if you stand there too long trying to get the perfect position, you can end up dying. It's also important to note that you need to not be too close to this wall right here, because if you get too close to the wall, you're right up against the wall there, you can cause the portal to bug out, and it will be unusable. You may have to jump to use it or whatever, and you really don't want those interfering with people running on the orbs. So you don't want that at all. You want it to be just to the right side, right about where that mushroom is, right here. That I can't draw anymore because I have the eraser out. Erase all the ink again. Oh god, I'm fumbling. Okay. You put the portal down, you run down with your Burning Rush, and you jump down and you continue DPSing as normal. One thing I didn't actually show was, I highly recommend, before you start the pull, throwing your pet around here, as long as you aren't actually going to pull with it. I think I actually did that on this pull. As you can see, I use interrupt as soon as I jump down. If you don't leave your pet down, your pet has to run all the way up with you, and then it has to run all the way around and back down. So you jump down, most of the DPS are on the left side of the screen here, and if you're doing the other side, you probably don't have to do this that much, but it still helps. You jump down, if this thing targets you, you might just die unless you healthstone. And you really want your healthstone in the last phase, so having your pet down helps you interrupt as soon as you get down. Erase my ink again. And then here you are just DPSing. It's now just no fight as normal. So that's a quick look at how to do the orb run. Watch it again without the pauses. So at the beginning you run up here, you start the fight up here. You take the portal. You burning rush to run over here. You wall if you need to. You put your portal somewhere around this area. You run up here, stay off the wall right behind that mushroom, and put your portal right up there to the right side of the console. Burning rush again. Jump down. Make sure to cancel your burning rush as soon as you are able to. And you can immediately interrupt that tendril. So that is a quick look at this, and I'll show you the orb running next. Alright, so orb running as a Warlock is quite simple. I'm showing you the hardest one by far, at least as far as I'm aware, which I was actually assigned to do the very last one. I was group 4. So I have to sit there and wait for a blood feast to spawn before dunking it, and I have to dunk it at the perfect time. And then I have to get all the way back over to the group without dying during all the AoE damage after holding there for a long time. So it can be a little sketchy, but let's go ahead and just watch this. So our group is being called very shortly. It's getting as much of my shards out as I can before going up. Then you just teleport up, and here you can just throw out agonies on these little mobs to shrink them. I don't think Agony shrinks them very well unless you have sudden onset. I don't know exactly what you do otherwise. I think you just have to spam a bunch of different dots. This is also not a bad time to use Phantom Singularity, because Phantom Singularity can do the leech and heal you. Unfortunately, in this kill, the Shaman was actually bugged and was unable to grab the orb for a bit there. I'll pause this for a second so I can finish my thoughts. Drain life. Once you're done shrinking them, you just sit there draining life so you can keep yourself topped off, because you will need that extra health. Now, there's one other thing I will do here. Right before I catch the orb, I use Unending Resolve, because I don't want to end up being behind on my way down. I want to be as high health as possible so I can save my health stone and my healing potion for the last phase. So here I catch it, take the portal, and I'm right in position now because the portal is well placed. Now we're sitting here waiting for Blood Feast. The timer already finished for Blood Feast, but it wasn't coming out, because sometimes it chooses to cast other things first. So here we are, standing there waiting. I'm ticking down in health, and then finally Blood Feast goes off. Now, one thing I want to mention is when you have the orb on Mythic, you are pacified. You are unable to use any abilities. So that's for one reason why I used the Unending Resolve before the orb actually landed on me. But one thing you can use is potions. That includes Speed Potion, if you for some reason need that, and Healing Potion. So if you get really low up here and you're about to die, and you aren't ready to dunk the orb yet, do use a Healing Potion. It can save you. We dunk the orb. I use Burning Rush to get out of the slow, then immediately cancel it. And here I'm just praying the healers heal me. I use 1 health stone just to make sure I don't die. I end up using my healing potion too, because I was a little scared at the last tick there. But the healers did end up healing me. I didn't actually need to do that. That is also a really good place to call for a life grip. But yeah, that's how you do the orb run as a Warlock. You just pour it up. Go back to wherever it was. Pour it up, shrink these little bad boys. Drain life to keep yourself topped. If you need to, you can Unending Resolve before you catch the orb. You take the gateway and you click when you're ready to. So yeah, it's pretty simple. In summary, let me go back to my game tab. In summary, you want to put first portal somewhere around here. This is where the line of stuff would be, to as far as you can get over there. On the right side, avoiding the cysts in the middle. This usually ends up right around this mushroom that people take the portal. You would also take the portal, Burning Rush over here, drop your personal portal here, run up to right around this spot right here, right behind this mushroom, a little off the wall. You put your portal right there. And you can actually go back a little bit more. You can put it like right here, about as far as you can get back. Maybe like 1 yard off of that mushroom. And then you just run over here and you jump off right there. Alternatively, if you're dying and the healer is in the first group, you can also run back here. And the healer will be able to heal you after they throw the orb, or before they catch the orb, but you are risking ending up catching the orb on accident, which did actually cause a wipe or two for us. The Warlock was running back down and accidentally caught the orb, so I'd recommend going this way unless you absolutely have to get a heal. So that's why I use wall there, so I don't end up needing the heal. Jump down, start doing your thing. Leave your pet down using a macro, or just move to. But yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Anyways, guys, this was a bit of a spontaneous video because it's something that would have helped me. So I thought, you know, no one else has made it yet, so I may as well be the one to do it. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you like. Well, I said that backwards. Like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, guys. See ya.